at this. It's 6:30 p.m. Dinner is almost ready. The whole kitchen smells amazing. And your child walks in with that look, the big eyes, the sweet voice. Can I have some chocolate? You take a deep breath, you gather all your parental wisdom and say, no. And then, boom, the world ends, tears, drama, a meltdown worthy of an Oscar. Parents? Do we have parents in here? Ooh, yes. Who had this moment this week? Ooh, last week? But here's the thing, you don't need children to know this feeling. Try say no to your partner, to your boss, to your parents, or the stranger at the grocery store asking to cut the line. Everywhere human exists, there will be someone wanting something from us we don't want. No is one of the first words we learn and one of the first words that builds a tiny wall between us. But what if the problem isn't the no itself, the boundary? What if it's the delivery, the way we say no? Allow me to tell you why this topic is mine. When I became a mother, I thought, being a parent meant being perfect, anticipate every need, solve every problem, never failed. I tried so hard to be calm, wise, and yet the connection with my kids felt thinner and thinner. I was saying no a lot, and not with clarity, but with urgency, not with strength, but from fear and exhaustion. And then came a moment that changed everything. My oldest son, he was about 2. He asked for something simple, and I said no. Quickly, distracted, stressed. And the way he reacted, the intensity, the frustration, the way his whole little body tensed, it wasn't just a child having a moment. It was an echo, a perfect reflection of what I felt inside. Overwhelmed, stressed, disconnected from myself, unseen. That moment sent me on a wonderful journey into motivation, learning, and the psychology of human needs. That moment, small, painful, ordinary, changed everything. It created an echo about who I am and about how my kids experience love today. So let's take a sneak preview into my learning journey. Starting in the 60s. In the 60s, most schools and systems were built on Skinner's theory. Reward and punishment. Gold star, good. Red mark, bad. Motivation coming from the outside. But then an echo of change came. In 1985, Professor Dr. Richard Ryan and Professor Dr. Edward Deci introduced the self-determination theory, in short, SDT. From do this or else, or do this to get a reward, to do this because it feels meaningful, or do this because you want to grow. A total different perspective on motivation. It's just that today, at home, very often, we're still living in the 60s, still parenting with sticks and carrots, with reward and punishment. So let's take a look at SDT. What does SDT make so wonderful? According to self-determination theory, motivation grows from 3 basic psychological needs. The need for relatedness, I matter, I'm seen, I'm here today. The need for competence, I'm capable, I can do this. And the need for autonomy, I can choose, I have options. When these 3 needs are satisfied, then we feel well. We feel good, we are balanced. We all have them, regardless of gender, age, or culture, if we're wondering. Maybe they are more pronounced. The one is more pronounced than the other, but we all have them. And they work like interconnected batteries. When one drops, the others follow. So let's do a quick exercise. Imagine you apply for your dream job. Great position, excellent company, great income. 4 other candidates. But you make it to the top 3, you get an interview, you impress everyone, and you get the job. How do you feel? Well, you feel seen and valued. So relatedness, full. You feel you were chosen among the best, so you feel competent, competence, full. And it was your choice to apply for that particular job. So all 3 batteries are full, you feel balanced, motivated, alive. 2 weeks later, you notice your boss is a micromanager. He wants to know when you arrive, when you go home, what you're working on, and everything you work on needs his approval. Autonomy drops. And if everything you do needs his approval, you might wonder in yourself, am I really good enough for this position? So you're doubting your competence. And when you doubt yourself, you're not in the mood to grab a coffee with colleagues anymore or to get lunch with them. So relatedness drops too. From there, stress, demotivation, everything else that's not good. So these needs work like interconnected batteries. When one drops, the other follow. These are our internal batteries and they drive our behavior, consciously or unconsciously, positively or negatively. And it's like this, when one battery runs low, we automatically say no. And why? It's simple. The child asks for chocolate. And inside we think, oh no, it's late, I cooked. I have no other option. They have to eat first, so no. Sometimes it's also competence. If I say yes, am I a bad parent? I'm not sure I can handle this, so no. Or relatedness. I don't feel supported right now, so no. In these cases, no is not a boundary anymore. It's a call for help. It's an SOS. And this is how connection breaks inside us. But here's the thing. We can change the echo not by removing boundaries, but by how we express them. So let's make this truly practical. I brought 3 simple techniques that turn no into connection and boundaries into love. These work for parents, but also for students, for leaders, for all human beings. The first one is called the choice boundary. Wait a minute. This tiny piece of chocolate has caused more family drama than global politics. When a child asks for chocolate, they are not asking for sugar. They are asking for autonomy. So instead of, no, you can't have chocolate now. It's late. I cooked. You have to eat. Try, you want chocolate? I get it. I love chocolate too. Relatedness? Full. Our rule says sweets after healthy food. Boundaries? Clear. You can have chocolate after dinner or tomorrow. Autonomy? Fulfilled. You decide, I trust you. Competence? Filled. So this is the way we can say no without removing the boundary. The second technique is called the caring-conditional yes. Yes with conditions that protect us both. So instead of saying for a teenager, for example, no, you can't go out, it's late or you have homework to do, try yes once your homework is done. And here is not about manipulation, it's not about bribery. It's love with structure. It's clarity with autonomy. Instead of, no, you cannot get an extension, students. You probably heard that from your professors. You could say, yes, you can get an extension as long as you, or once you send me your outline. Or with your work colleague, instead of, I cannot look at this right now. Try, yes, I'll check it right after my meeting. This method fulfills all 3 basic psychological needs: the need for relatedness, the need for competence, and the need for autonomy. And it turns no into connection and boundaries into love. And the last technique is called the thinking invitation method. A question opens the mind. A command closes it. So when we get commands, we are not willing to cooperate anymore. Do you know how many commands or orders does a child hear each and every day? A number? Someone? 50? 20? Who wants more? More? 250 commands a day. And here you have some examples only containing the word no. No, don't be loud. Don't throw that. No, not again. Hurry up. But there are so many other commands not containing the word no. Imagine your partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever lies near you in the morning, goes, "Good morning, darling. Get out of bed, go to bathroom, brush your teeth, put your clothes on. Not these ones, the other ones. It's chilly outside." And it goes on and on the entire day. No wonder they shut down. So instead, let's ask questions. And when I say questions, I do not mean something like, "Could you please be quiet?" or "Would you please hurry up?" Because these don't help. Believe me, I tried this. Doesn't work. Instead, ask questions that activate thinking. What did we agree to do when someone else is speaking? How long do you need to get ready? My favorite, if your shoes were cars, would they be in the garage or on a crash on the floor? And this also works with adults. Of course, I'm not sure if your partner would react if you say, "Hey, honey, if your shoes were cars." Not sure. But you could ask in a conflict, what would help us both right now? Or at work, instead of commanding a deadline, just ask, what would be your best approach, your best way to approach this deadline? It's so simple. One of the best parenting experts that inspired me most once said, "The way we treat our children today shapes the world of tomorrow." Beautiful and terrifying at the same time, if you ask me. The echo change long before the word no is spoken. Every no creates an echo in someone else's future. Some no's build walls, some no's build fear, some no's build resilience, and some, the connected ones, build confidence, trust, empathy. So let's change the echo not by removing the boundary, but by how we express them. Because when we change the way we say no, we redefine a new kind of authority, which is firm and kind, guiding and connected, loving. Remember the moment my oldest son mirrored my inner world? Back then, I said no from fear, from exhaustion. Today, I still say no, but I say it with love. I say it with trust. And I watch the echo change because my kids react differently. They stand differently because I am different. We think change begins with big decisions, but in reality, change begins in the smallest thing. A softer tone, a boundary with choice, a no that says, "I still see you, I still care, I'm here." A piece of chocolate. This chocolate used to represent power struggles. Today, it represents connection. And because connection is something we share, I brought some chocolate for you. I think it's outside. You can grab one and think about boundaries with love. Boundaries don't break love, they shape it. And their echo shapes the world. Thank you.